Whoa, whoa.
I've been seeing so many of these videos on my feed, I feel like I just have to give a response. For those of you that don't already know me, my name is Marco. I'm a 3-5 reflector in human design. So basically, I'm like the magic mirror on the wall. And while I am just a human being, here are my 2 cents on this. I've never been diagnosed with ADHD. I've also never taken any tests, but I identify with a lot of the behaviors and patterns that ADHD and neurodivergent people typically display. Again, I've never been tested. I don't care to be tested. However, I take issue with these kinds of videos that are sort of normalizing behavior that, like, there's a deeper layer behind this behavior, behind interrupting people, that really needs to be talked about. When we feel different from other people, sometimes we will feel judged by those people, even if those people are not actually judging us. Because I think I'm different and I think that you think I'm different, I'm going to put judgment on myself. That's called a projection. I do not have a problem with people interrupting me when they are point paired with me, meaning we have the same intention, we're attempting to get to the same place, and the interruption comes within a natural flow, which is what this woman is talking about. Now, what I am not okay with is people interrupting me as a point of them being uncomfortable or them feeling less than or them feeling judged and them trying to fill the space or take control of the conversation through the interruption. I don't mind being interrupted with, sorry, I just can't focus, or I'm feeling a little insecure. I don't understand that word. I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. Here's what I do mind. Oh, that's amazing. I read an article about this and that and that and that and that. Wow, just 1 second. Can I say something before it leaves my mind? And I have a tolerance for it, but if that's your MO, to me, that's just not productive, because we're totally glazing over the fact that, wow, you can't, number one, take accountability for what's going on in your body. And 2, you are uninterested in taking accountability for what's happening in your body and your experience. I get that people's brains are wired differently. There's different chemistry going on. There's different subtle energetics. I study human design. I get this. However, if we collectively start lowering the bar for interactions and respect, eventually the bar is going to be on the floor and everyone is just going to be in this like safe little plushy, cushy room. Nobody is actually going to mature and grow. And you see it on people's faces all the time. When people are not exposed to the healthy amount of stress, a regular amount of stress that a normal human being will experience, their face doesn't develop. They don't mature. They stay children. We have been taught to avoid stress like it's the plague, and because of it, nobody ever grows up. Everybody is overly sensitive the way that a child would be, and nobody ever actually builds up enough courage to be themselves in the fucking world that we live in and share. Now, to bring this in for a landing, I do not make these videos so that I can communicate some cosmic, earthly truths to you guys. I make these videos so that I can speak these words and understand myself better. This is about me. If you get some kind of insight from this, or if something in you resonates with what I am saying, fantastic. But I am not out here trying to be a thought leader. I am literally out here, especially as a reflector in human design, I am doing my best to understand and accept myself, all of my judgments, all of my ideas, all of my words, all of the mechanisms and sensations in my body, so that I can take responsibility for that and not project it onto you and say, you need to be this way, and if you're not this way, you're sick. And as per the beginning of this video, for me, I take issue with interrupting people. I take issue with myself interrupting people, and I take issue with being interrupted under the circumstances that I laid out in this video. One of the ways that I will prevent myself from interrupting people is, number one, I feel the sensation of like, oh, I want to contribute. I want to add to this conversation. But instead of opening up my mouth, especially when that person is like right in the middle of something that they're going through and they're sharing, I'll just do this. Look at this. It's almost like I'm building up the pressure physically in my neck, as opposed to opening my mouth and just saying and interrupting them. And most of the times, probably like 95% of the time, when I do this, instead of interrupting, like, I don't feel the need to share what I needed to share. And in fact, and it happens very quickly. In fact, I find that, wow, that wasn't necessarily something that needed to be added to the conversation. That was just some kind of uncomfortable pressure I was feeling, or that was some insecurity, like, oh, I'm an expert in this field, how come you're not asking me? Let me show you how much I'm the fucking expert in this field by interrupting you and making myself look like a fucking jackass, and further reinforcing the conditioning that I have, that nobody listens to me and nobody asks me questions. Feeling a bit spicy this morning. Love you guys. Let me know in the comments if this resonates with you, or if you have any opposing ideas. Feel free to drop it in the comments. If there's anything juicy in there, I'll probably make a reply.